Let me tell you a tale of love, of hate, but mostly of pirates.
It all began in September of 2020. My friends and I decided to create a Minecraft world. I wanted to try my hand at building a pirate ship for the first time. When the world was made, I went searching for a nearby ocean and set up a small shack on the coast of the closest one. There wasn't much on the outside, but I wanted a bit more room, so I made a cave basement. I had some storage, a nether portal, a little lake, access to a skeleton XP farm, a quick exit, and a very normal secret potion room. With the proper infrastructure and some grinding for diamond gear, I started working on my first real build, a pirate ship. I decided to put my first ship right near my house so that I wouldn't have to travel too far whenever I needed something from my base. I grinded up some good items and I went to work. It took a couple of attempts, but I was able to build a hull that I was finally happy with. I just needed to add some masts, some sails, and an interior, and some other parts. At this point, I was basically done with the exterior of the ship. All I had left to do was an interior and add some finer details. I made the sails look like they were all furled up since the ship was supposed to be docked. I also did some work on the captain's quarters and the brig, where I kept my villagers that, have many rights. While I was building the ship, a government was being created. One of my friends, Matt, his YouTube is Gaming Empire 157, link in description. He named himself emperor of his own federation, Matt Landis. A vast majority of the members joined this dictatorship without a second thought. I wasn't about to join any sort of government. That's not my style. Down with the Federation! Anarchy! Yeah! They seem to have some sort of prejudice against pirates. I mean, what possible negative stereotype could pirates have against them? Well, I felt a bit threatened. I did not want to be caught off guard with fights or anything. I knew I would have to be prepared for whatever happens, because I was a lone pirate against a several-member empire. So I went to work. I made a list of priorities. I needed the best enchanted armor, weapons, and tools. I needed potions like strength, speed, and harmony. I also needed to have traps, bunkers, and as many materials as I could possibly need for any sort of fight. I needed to be ready for whatever could happen. So I began grinding and grinding. I gathered XP for better armor and weapons. I mined for netherite. I started brewing potions. I was prepared for any fights that could happen. Now, while I was doing all this grinding, I was noticing some cracks in the walls of the Federation. There were some internal conflicts that were weakening their government. There were some pranks and a lack of secrecy that were making some people consider maybe secession. I used their time of weakness to gain a new member of the guild, and that was their leader, Matt, or Gaming Empire. He was having some doubts about his federation anyway, and as problems were brewing, I told him he should join the guild. It was beneficial because we were both close friends and already had the unanimity the Federation lacked. I also had access to mending books, an XP farm, and several other resources the Federation didn't have. It was a no-brainer. I eventually convinced him to join the guild, and he agreed. He wanted to keep it a secret to make the public announcement more exciting. We had another pirate, boys. On another note, I knew that parrots were a stereotypical pirate pet, and I wanted one, so I set out on a journey. Someone had already made a nether portal to the jungle, so I used that to reach it quickly. The first attempt to bring a parrot through the nether went flawlessly. Nothing bad happened at all. So I went back and got 2 parrots. I named them Scurvy 1 and Scurvy 2. They were pretty cool, and they could groove to some music. But I wasn't just satisfied with them dancing to Strad. I'm not a casual. I wanted them to dance to the best music disc ever, Pig Step. I went to 3 bastions searching for the disc. I only brought weak iron armor in fear of losing it, and I snuck around in the walls, hidden from the piglin brutes. I got some good loot, like a ton of gold and a lodestone, but on the 3rd bastion, I got it. It was worth it. As you can see, I had conquered the ocean and became the captain of my own ship. I gained a new crewmate, and I was prepared for any fight. I had become a pirate. Oh yeah, and we fought the Ender Dragon.